to know. You'd have to ask them.
Right, know your science, tell me.
Yeah, but this is the power of science, in my view.
The weakness.
This is the power of science, is acknowledging the unknowability. It's actually acknowledging that that things are only theory. Things can change.
Agreed.
And that's the beauty
so you agree
of
with me?
scientific
So you agree with me that first thing is science can't tell you who made the cake?
Of uncertainty,
okay.
Yes.
Oh, good,
and,
good.
And acknowledging
Second thing, can science be used to establish truth?
Never. Never. That's not the point of science.
Good. Right. Do you care about truth?
Yes.
What methods
and
you...
the pursuit of it.
Okay,
yeah.
Beautiful. You care about truth, yeah?
But I don't believe in what you're trying to get me to say.
Oh, okay, you're going to say it anyway.
You're getting me to say it.
You're going to say it anyway.
Go on.
Do you think... Look, I'll explain. Some people, right, they ask tricky questions and they're trying to trap you, yeah? What's your name?
Luke.
Luke. I'm Hamzah, right? I'm straight here, right? Yeah. There's a hole there. You're going in the hole. Yeah. And I'm going to bury you.
I can feel it.
So I'm not hiding the fact what I'm doing to you. I'm just doing it to you.
I know you. Yeah.
Kicking and screaming, scratching. Ah! You're going in the hole, Luke. It's just standard. Yeah. Because we don't think this way, you see. We put so much faith in science and scientists. Yeah. Now, and most people, you've recognized this fact though, yeah, but most people don't recognize the fact, right, that they're looking to scientists to give them truth. Where the philosophy of science says you can't get truth.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it.
So using the philosophy of science to establish truth can't establish truth because that same philosophy could refute what you believe today, tomorrow. Yeah. Therefore, you can't even be sure what you believe today is true. Yeah. Using that philosophy.
Yeah. If someone changed tomorrow and God came down, I would say, oh, fucking hell.
No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. The point is this. Yeah. From your worldview, I don't hate paradigm shifting. Yeah. Okay. Now, you've been honest enough to recognize science isn't a tool to discover truth with. Yeah. Well, brilliant.
I think it is a tool for the pursuit of truth.
Can't discover it though. You can never be confident it is true.
It is a pursuit for things that are reproducible.
I'm going to use my kata light Dawah with you. Okay.
What does that mean?
So I went to Qatar for the World Cup. Okay. Right? And people are afraid that my style is going to be too robust for the World Cup because Qatar's got this image and they're trying to not make it look they're trying to force people this, that, the other, right? So I had to come up with a way that I could speak to people and get them to tell me what they believe and why, and get them to ask me about Islam. Honestly, I came up with this method, right? So if anyone wants to talk to anyone about Islam, if they follow this method, this is for everyone here, yeah? If you want to speak to any of your friends, neighbours, colleagues, whatever, parents, about Islam, you can use this method, right? So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Question number 1. Do you believe in the concept of the absolute truth?
No.
You don't? So you believe two contradicting explanations to the same phenomenon can both be true at the same time? No, you don't.
Two contradictory...
Two contradictory explanations to the same phenomenon can both be true at the same time.
Someone be your mum and your dad.
Contradictory explanations.
Right, so you do believe in the concept of the absolute truth then? Fair?
No, I don't.
Well, you do.
I don't want to say that.
I will demonstrate you do. I will demonstrate you do.
Okay, go on.
Okay. In the 60s, the claim was made man landed on the moon, yeah? Yeah. NASA said man landed on the moon, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Yeah. Okay. There are people who believe that happened. Believe NASA, believe the TVs, believe everything. Okay, so they believe it's true. Then you have people today who question it. Is it a hoax? Did they really go to the moon? There's so many different things. So they don't believe it happened. Yeah. Can they both be right?
No, they can't both be right.
But they believe it's true and they believe it's true.
Yeah.
Can they both be right?
No.
So there has to be an absolute truth, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you do believe in absolute truth then?
I believe well, it's hard because there's so many things that are unknown.
I didn't say that. Whether you know the truth is a different story. The concept.
Okay. The concept of absolute truth. Yes.
So, whether man landed on the moon, whether man didn't land on the moon, they can both believe their own relative truths, but only one can be true. Yeah. Yeah. Whether you know what it is or not, it's one or the other. Agreed?
Yeah. Sure.
That's the absolute truth. That's the concept. Okay.
Theory.
Do you care about knowing the absolute truth?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I'm a historian.
You care about it? Yeah. You want to know the absolute truth?
I think it's important to be able to work towards it.
Fantastic. What method do you use to seek out absolute truth?
Reasoning. Like,
Reasoning what?
Because I think.
Well, you can say the S word, but you know you don't believe it.
Well,
You don't even believe yourself.
I'm a historian.
No.
So I look through history to try and within history, there is surely an absolute truth, but one can only ever climb closer and closer towards it with evidence.
But what method do you use to find it?
Reading, cross-analysing sources.
Cross-analysing what sources?
Primary documents.
Primary documents.
Primary documents, writing from people.
So if it comes to the absolute truth as whether or not God exists or not, what method do you use?
I just don't believe in God.
I know you don't, but so you believe God doesn't exist, yeah?
I believe God of books and institutions doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. I'll ask you a question again. Do you believe God exists or not?
No.
Right. So let's forget man landing on the moon. Let's talk about God existing or not. If God exists, God cannot not exist. Fair enough? If God doesn't exist, then he can't exist. One of them's wrong. One of me or you are wrong. I believe God exists, you don't.
No.
One of us is wrong.
No.
Fantastic. Okay. What method have you used to seek out your position?
Well, the thing is, so I believe basically in the power of matter and the universe as a creative force.
What method
right?
have you used to reach the conclusion God doesn't exist?
By my mistrust of institutions,
Mistrust
of organised religion.
Your mistrust of institutions.
And if
You just said you mistrust sciences.
But science is not one central institution led by a person.
Okay, so what method do you use to seek out the truth if God exists or not?
My own gut feelings.
Gut feelings.
My own gut feelings and the overwhelming
You're
evidence.
an
the
atheist.
overwhelming
One second.
The overwhelming evidence.
Well, first thing. Let's just.
Okay,
No,
gut feeling is, okay.
no, you don't get
I said it.
You said it. It's out the back.
But,
All right.
listen,
So as an
it's
atheist,
not-
one second.
One second.
As an atheist, you hold the position God doesn't exist because you feel it.
No.
Yes, you just said that.
So like, the things.
Would you like to take that back?
Yes, I would like to say.
You'd like to take that back?
Yeah. You're putting me.
I'm going to make you say a lot of things you're going to want to take back. You know that, don't you?
But like,
All right,
so
go
for me, I mean, the things that have been written in holy books. Right? I've never read the Quran. I should. I have a copy.
So you're critiquing holy books you've not read now. Continue.
Yeah, but I haven't read them fully. I've read passages and I've seen parts of them, and I think the reliance on myth, and the centrality of humans in and saints and in.
You do know I'm a Muslim, not a Christian, yeah?
Yeah, but
why are you using the word
saints? They follow the
saints?
same.
Do we?
prophets. Okay.
Do we?
Semantics, basically.
Do we?
Jesus
Why am I a Muslim?
is a holy man in.
Why
in
do I
both,
why
in
do
both
I
Muslim
believe
and
Islam is
Christian
true?
ideology.
Using your assumptive capabilities, yeah? Why do I believe Islam is true?
Islam is true because God is one being and not divided into three.
Why does that make God? Why does that make Islam true?
Because you can't have a divided God. That's my understanding of Islam.
You think that's what I believe Islam is true?
Why
do you believe that?
Of any of the religions, I believe Islam is the one that makes the most rational sense. But I don't believe in Islam, and I don't believe in God.
Okay, but you've not read the Quran.
I'm not really convinced.
So what do you?
Convinced here by someone else.
So what do you know about Islam?
I don't know enough to go into.
So you're not convinced by something you don't know anything about.
I'm convinced by other things more.
What are you convinced by?
I'm convinced by theory of evolution.
Why are you convinced by that?
Because it makes sense to me.
Why?
Because the passage over billions of years from organic matter that has come from all across the universe to come here and then proceed onwards into life as we know it today. That's what something I find more truthful, more beautiful.
Yeah, but you need randomness for that, don't you? Oh, okay. And you do know randomness isn't proven, yeah?
Nothing is proven.
Oh, okay. Also, you
all
need.
theory.
Do you believe in the uniformity of nature? Do you believe in uniformity of nature? The laws of the universe will exist the same, will behave the same way at all times, everywhere.
Don't know. And I'm not afraid of saying I don't.
No. But you have to. You can't say don't know.
Truth.
But you can't say don't know. You have to say yes. Because you can't do science without that assumption.
But the whole point of science is not knowing and then going and
I agree.
seek out
I agree.
and through
No.
empirical
You can't.
evidence and
Can you
and
empirically
testing
prove
over
God
and over
using
again.
science?
No, exactly. And that's the problem.
Right.
with
So you
God.
can't use science then to determine God, then, can you?
Sorry?
You can't use God to determine God's existence then or not, can you?
No.
Right, so what method do you use?
I just don't believe in
Okay.
religion as a scientific
You keep saying I don't
goal.
believe. How do you understand the term belief?
Look, if we're staying on that one idea, right? How can we prove God through any other means, right? Other than what?
No.
The text itself.
Let's first understand something. How do you understand the term belief? And I'm not doing a Jordan Peterson on you here, but it's very important we do understand the words we
I believe
use.
the things I choose to follow, the things I choose to.
That's not what a belief.
To take as true.
A belief is the acceptance of something to be true.
Yeah.
Okay. To accept something to be true means you've heard a proposition. And you've accepted the premises to that proposition, so you accept the consequence, or the conclusion, should I say. Yeah? So you say, I believe this and the other. I want to know why you believe it, why you accept it. What have you been reasoned into? And you keep saying, I don't know, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know. We're proud not to say we don't know, but wait a minute, have you reasoned into it then if you don't know?
Oh man. Too hungover.
Luke, no disrespect, you are a little bit out your depth, so I'm not going to bury you too
Yeah, I
much.
mean, this is so much.
But I'm going to leave you with something.
Go on.
I'm going to leave you with a gem. I'm going to leave you with a way to test whether Islam is true or not.
Okay.
And it's not some abstract way. I'm not going to ask you to go and pray and ask God to answer your prayers. I'm going to make it easy for you. Okay. Why do I believe Islam is true? I've always been a Muslim, you know that, don't you? I became a Muslim 3 weeks after 9/11.
Okay.
October 2001. Okay. So I was an Englishman just like you. I was an atheist just like you. Not quite like you, because I wouldn't say stupid things like you say. I would actually hide behind don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care would be my thing at that point. Okay. But the point I'm saying to you is this. Why do I believe Islam is true? Okay. 1400 years ago, you're a historian, yeah? You like history. Yeah. Fantastic. You're not one of these people, if the history comes from those writing their own history, you don't believe it, are you? Brilliant.
I'll take all history for what it is.
Fantastic. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a test. I'm going to give you homework. All right? Yeah? And I'm going to give you a card, and you can contact me, and you can give me the answer to the homework. Fair enough? All right. Do you believe, according to what you've understood in history, that a man called Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, existed in 6th century Arabia?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a fact.
Well, I believe that he.
Yeah, it's undisputed. Alhamdulillah. Do you also believe that this man, called Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, made a claim in the same period that an angel came and spoke to him in the cave of Hira in Makkah?
I don't know the full history of it, but I do believe he made a claim.
Made the claim. Historical fact. Made a claim. Okay. What could... Now I'm going to take my Muslim hat off now. And some Muslims are like, what? What are you saying, Hamza? All right. What could explain the claim?
Power.
From your atheist perspective, you've got two explanations. Christians have got one explanation, and then obviously Muslims, we have the final explanation. Okay. So give me two explanations from an atheistic viewpoint could explain this phenomena of him believing an angel spoke to him in a cave.
Seeking power.
No.
And
So,
a means to exert
all right,
it.
you've gone a bit too far. Okay, I'll make it easy for you. He could have lied. There was no angel, because atheist perspective, angels don't exist. So if you've got a man claiming an angel spoke to him, and you're an atheist, well, angels don't exist. So if he thinks angels have spoken to him, the first thing you're going to say, he's crazy. First thing you're going to say, he's schizo.
I don't think he's crazy.
No.
I think people have used
The man.
power.
I don't think he's crazy either,
and
but
pursue power in ways like.
what do we say about absolute truth? Everyone can have their own beliefs.
Yeah.
Only one can be true, agreed?
If everyone has beliefs, it doesn't mean necessarily that one of them is true.
One of them has to be true. Unless you can give me another one.
If everybody believes false things, it doesn't mean one of them has to be
Okay.
true.
What I say to you right now, one of them has to be true. And your homework is to determine which one is true. And then, I'm going to refute you. All right? So, either, I'm going to make it easy for you, right? So, atheist perspective, angels don't exist. This guy's talking to angels. He's crazy, man. He's hearing voices. He must be suffering some kind of psychosis. First explanation, because angels don't exist.
I didn't say that.
No, you don't have to say that. It's just an option. Some people do say that. Okay. Second option, angels don't exist, so he's lying. If he's saying an angel spoke to him, angels don't exist. Therefore, he's lying. So he must be, for some reason, pretending an angel spoke to him. Like you said, power, money, wealth, whatever it is. Yeah? The Christian claim, which is the most pathetic claim, is it wasn't an angel. It was a demon. Yeah? It was a demon that tricked him, that convinced him he was speaking to an angel, but in fact it was really the devil. And what he thought he was receiving from God, he was receiving from the devil. Christians don't realize they're saying this man now is a good man, an honest man, a man of integrity. They don't like to admit that. Because if you're being tricked and deceived, you're a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah? So this could be an explanation from a Christian perspective.
Okay.
Any more?
Keep going.
Or he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So either he's crazy, thinking angels speaking to him, either he's lying, claiming angels spoke to him, either he's deceived into thinking angels talking to him, or an angel talked to him. You just have to tell me which one it is, because one of them has to be true.
I think you can both be crazy and lying.
You can't be crazy and lying, because crazy people think they're telling the truth.
Telling. Well, I'd go with one of the first two, to be honest.
Which one?
I don't know. One of the first two. I'm not going to give an answer because
Can't be crazy and lying. Which one?
it could be either crazy or lying.
Crazy. Okay.
Or lying.
You know you're going to get buried right now anyway. Give me one mental illness that would result in the symptoms of what he experienced.
I'm not going to say schizophrenia.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Because I mean, I understand that people
Say
have
schi-
visions, you know, and
No, he heard voices.
Yeah.
He saw this thing.
Yeah.
All right. What's mental illness would explain this?
Yeah, schizophrenia.
All right. Give me 3 symptoms of schizophrenia.
Hearing voices, multiple personality,
That's hearing voices. Same thing.
being a part of their own head.
Okay. Third one.
No, unstable.
Come on. You're diagnosing a guy with schizophrenia. You got to know the symptoms.
You're leading me into these
I
places.
know I am. I told you. Told you the holes there.
Yeah, I know, I'm just like wandering around your holes.
There's no tricks here.
no debate.
There's no tricks here. I'll give you 3 symptoms of schizophrenia. Hearing voices, social recluse, paranoia. Okay. So if this man is suffering from schizophrenia, so hearing voices, check.
Yeah.
Paranoia, we should see evidence of his paranoia. We should also see a social recluse. Is that what we see?
He was a leader.
He was a leader, charismatic leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing he was a social recluse. Yeah, this was the man who went down and told the people to stop doing the things they were doing. Yeah, and to follow him, which turned the whole town on its head. So last thing a schizophrenic would do. This is the thing. The other thing you need to throw into the equation: anyone suffering from mental illness which doesn't receive treatment will deteriorate. So if this man is suffering from schizophrenia,
I don't know.
don't worry, I know.
schizophrenia, you know,
I know.
I'm not-
Listen, I'll make it easy for you because I'm being a bit unfair with